In 1971, a group of workers excavating a bomb shelter stumbled upon an ancient tomb, where they discovered the mummy of Lady Di, the wife of a high-ranking official named Li Zong, who lived during the Han Dynasty. The tomb was found inside a hill in Chuangsha, Hubei Province, China. Scientists have hailed this as the best-preserved mummy ever found. Despite over 2,100 years passing, Lady Di's skin remains remarkably intact and soft. While ancient mummies often deteriorate even with the slightest movement, Lady Di's mummy was so well preserved that doctors could conduct an autopsy after her death over 2,100 years ago. They not only reconstructed the cause of death, but also her life, even determining her blood type to be A. The examination results of Lady Di's mummy can be considered the most comprehensive medical record of an ancient individual. Despite some facial swelling and distortion, her skin remains soft to the touch without signs of postmortem stiffening, and her arms and legs can still be flexed. Remarkably, her internal organs are intact, with blood in the veins. Lady Di, also known as Xinjue, was the wife of a Han Dynasty marquis named Li Zong, who passed away in 163 BCE. She lived a luxurious life, evidenced by the tomb filled with extravagant items only the wealthy could afford at the time, including hundreds of intricately embroidered silk garments, elegant dresses, delicate gloves, silk pouches containing various spices, flowers, and herbs, cosmetic boxes, over 100 lacquerware items, musical instruments, small figurines of musicians, and even food, and over 1,000 other artifacts. These items demonstrate that Lady Di lived a luxurious and indulgent life, said Willow Weilon Haichong, director of the China Institute Gallery in New York, which exhibited some of the artifacts from her tomb in 2009. She wanted to maintain such a lifestyle in the afterlife. In her youth, Lady Di enjoyed indulging in food and drink until her figure became obese. The murals in her tomb depict her using a walking stick. She likely had difficulty walking due to arterial thrombosis and atherosclerosis caused by a sedentary lifestyle. The examination also revealed fused vertebrae, causing severe back pain and difficulty in mobility. Lady Di also suffered from various parasitic diseases, likely due to consuming undercooked food or poor hygiene. Additionally, she had arterial sclerosis, heart disease, osteoporosis, and gallstones causing bile duct obstruction. Lady Di passed away at the age of 50 from a sudden heart attack after years of poor health. Her last meal included melons. In contrast, her tomb contained a large number of books and cards about health, happiness, and longevity. On these cards, carved with Chinese characters, were menus of various traditional medicines to treat headaches, paralysis, diarrhea, and other ailments. The tomb was placed in a deep pit 20 meters below ground level, protected by 4 layers of materials. The first layer was tightly sealed soil covering the tomb. The second layer was clay soil. The third layer was made of white mud, gypsum, and finally, there was a layer of more than 30 centimeters thick coal ash. According to scientists, it was the multiple layers of sealing that ensured both the grave goods and the mummy were exceptionally well preserved. Fu Xiaofan, a professor at Hubei University, said that when archaeologists saw green leaves in the layer of white mud over 10 meters below ground level, they initially thought they had fallen from trees above. However, they then found green branches and baskets made of green and yellow bamboo inside the tomb. It's hard to believe these are from over 2,000 years ago, said the professor. Representatives from the Hubei Provincial Museum stated that the white mud was relatively moist, fine, and had extremely low permeability. Since the spring and autumn period, in tombs in the Yangtze River Basin, wealthy families often buried white mud on the top, bottom, and around the coffin to protect the tomb. After collecting materials from the protective layers, scientists opened the coffin lid. Inside, they found the body of a woman tightly wrapped in 18 layers of silk, with 9 silk bands tied around it, and 2 outer garments made of fur draped over it. The artifacts found in the tomb, including a seal engraved with the words Lady Di, helped decode the mystery of the tomb's owner. Along with information gathered from lacquerware, silk fabric, silk paintings, seals, and bamboo strips during the excavation of the other 2 tombs in the Mulwangdui tomb complex, from 1973 to 1974, archaeologists determined that Lady Di was the wife of a prime minister who once governed a vast territory during the Western Han Dynasty. The Prime Minister and their son were also buried in the tomb alongside Lady Di, who passed away at the age of 50, standing about 154 centimeters tall. Despite sleeping underground for over 2,100 years, her body remains well preserved. The mummy's internal organs are intact. Her hair is glossy, her skin is soft and elastic, her joints are still movable, her eyelashes and nasal hair are intact, the left sclera is intact, and her fingers and toes have distinct fingerprints. X-ray results showed that the mummy's bones are still intact, with bone quality equivalent to modern contemporaries. Blood vessels excavated are still intact, indicating that the vascular system was not damaged.